Hi guys, it's Ashantin and BU Gaming, commonly known as Yanni. We are actually in the process of building. We got a baby zombie somewhere.
We do?
Oh gosh, I'm
Mhm.
down a hole with a baby zombie and a chicken.
Oh,
What am I doing in a hole with a baby zombie and a chicken?
I have
And
no
no,
idea.
don't even think about it. Oh God,
I'm
there's
not sure I
another one.
want to know actually.
That's two baby zombies and a chicken.
Oh,
Oh, indeed.
I think you interrupted their lunch or something like that.
I surely did. Let me cover that over.
How did I make all those axes? I have no idea.
What?
I suddenly I just have a lot of axes in my inventory.
Don't throw them away, Yanni.
No,
There's plenty of wood to cut out here.
I'm gonna use all of this. Okay, I need to drop some stuff off. Yeah,
I must say-
we need to have a double drop of chests because this one fills up all the time.
Yep.
Just somewhere
Or
to. Well,
we
we're
need
gonna
to
we're gonna remove the farming and stuff chest anyway, so we could easily have like a bigger drop off chest somewhere. Just kind of where we can drop off stuff shortly if we're doing something. It is kind of nice instead of having to run around and sort it while we are recording.
Yeah.
Or you were about to say something.
I was going to say that we need to sort our chests out.
Oh, we need to do that too. Yes, indeed.
Sounds very odd.
But I always end up having, a drop of chest in games like this. Especially,
Oh, you have to.
Especially when I'm recording, because I don't want to waste people's time.
No.
They just have to sit around and watch me sort all the time.
Dang it. It came off.
Oh, you should try playing at Animalica. That's even worse. When you come back from a loot run, there's so many items to sort. Yeah, you can easily spend 15 minutes just sorting out your inventory after a loot run. It's
Gosh. Mob drops. I'm going to get rid of that.
Just getting some more seeds here. We're gonna build a big, lovely garden out here.
I don't want to lose our maps, guys, and that's what I'm worried about at the moment because I've got maps floating.
I put them in that chest next to the forge for now, or the anvil. That's because there was a nice room, and we were talking about building a wall somewhere. We need to figure that out too.
We do.
To build some kind of big, not a wall, but some kind of thing to put all those mats on.
The bit that we're building, it could actually that in there. This is looking so much better. I think this should be our garden out here.
Oh yeah. We are gonna have
the other is far. Oh, I keep doing that. The other is far.
We could just build a small. Oh, that.
What?
Ah, that startled me. A spider fell out of the tree on top of me. Wow. I'm sure people saw how my how my mouse went all over the screen. Wow, that gave me a fright. When you don't expect it, I was like, what?
Oh, I don't. Some of the sounds I make when I'm scared is just awful.
Oh, wow. I was more like, oh.
My biggest problem when I started doing YouTube was not to swear. And now I watch a lot of, I love sort of old Agatha Christie movies, mostly because they're very gentle to watch. And if they're very easy to watch. But the language in them is terribly old-fashioned. People say things like, oh my goodness, good Lord, good grief. And of course, I've picked it up completely. So I'm running around Minecraft saying, oh, good grief, good Lord, and stuff like that. And people must think that I'm sort of completely crazy, but it's not too bad as swearing.
No. Well, I have that issue actually sometimes because I don't know exactly what to say sometimes, and I don't always know the degree, of things in English. Like, what is okay to say and what is like. And it also depends, or it's different from person to person, because for some people it's like they get really offended by something, and other people are like, well, they don't really, because they're used to it or something. I know it's the same in Danish, like what people will, but for me it's harder in English to actually know exactly what I can say and what I can't. I just made some more leaves, oak leaves, because we're gonna make more trees. Or
Excellent.
Like creative trees anyway, or decorative trees at some point.
Right.
Because if we're gonna make this into like a pretty garden area, we're also gonna have some farm stuff going on out here, I think. But if we're gonna make it into a pretty garden area, we're gonna have some decorative trees along our paths, I think.
Oh yes.
Or something like that. That could be nice.
And not to mention, wait till I teach you on decorative walls and stuff like that.
Ew, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I like that you can get different ones. So now I'm getting birch ones, so you can actually have them looking different.
They do.
I thought it would just be like one block, but then suddenly I had 2 different types.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Birch looks different.
And
if we find a jungle, which we must, we will find a jungle, the question of when, you'd be amazed at how different the jungle leaves are gorgeous, and the jungle wood is absolutely hideous.
Oh, after this project, we're gonna have to go and explore again. Oh, I think I brought.
Absolutely.
I think I broke my shears. Oh, and even though you're shearing stuff, you still get seedlings sometimes. Okay.
Yes, and we are very grateful for that, because for many years, if you sheared stuff, you had a choice. You could either have the leaves or the seedlings, but not both.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very good to have both.
Yeah, I need to drop some stuff off, because I'm like, okay, let's go and fill out some of this dirt down here.
I know. Terraforming always takes so much time, but guys, it is so worth it.
You get a lot of resources.
You get a lot of resources, a lot of dead chickens.
Oh wow, we have 4 stone left. Well, I think I made some more stone downstairs actually, because I got a lot of it going when I've
got masses of stone brick, which I'm not using because I'm not building at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got brick and stuff. I'm going to put some of the sand, andesite. There's 2 stone up here. It's not much, but it's something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to move and that.
Well, I think we have some stone downstairs, because I burned a lot down in our XP farm area.
Sand.
Okay, can I get these stuff over?
Having said that we shouldn't reorganize on camera, I am reorganizing on camera because our drop-off chest is not big enough.
I did a little bit, just because I was downstairs with the...
also, we have used quite a lot of andesite.
Mm-hmm.
Just around the...
So if you just hit the leaves with your hands, the only thing you might get is...
a sapling.
Sapling, yeah. It's sapling, not seedling.
Yeah, you're not going to get...
I need to make... Why am I stuck? Stop holding on to me. I don't know what that grass was doing, but it was holding me very firmly in place.
My God. Amorous grass, that's the last thing you need.
The way you can say things sometimes.
I know, it's shocking.
Well, I found out in my modded series that the animals are just as fond of me there. I actually started feeling all claustrophobic and very cramped.
They came round you?
Oh yeah. I decided on where I want to live, and that hill is just crawling with animals. Like I have pigs, and I have hens, and I have rabbits, and I have cows and bulls, and I haven't tamed anything yet. They are just hanging around because they apparently like me. And I was like, I couldn't take a step without running into an animal. So I was like, help me out.
God.
I don't know what's up with that.
Yanni, the sun is going down.
Oh, we need to sleep again. The days are so short.
Yeah, but they're good for timing things.
Okay, well, I'm sleeping then. Oh, you can only sleep at night. I'm not sleeping yet.
No, the sun has to actually go down.
Yeah.
And I think I need to take one of those down.
Piece in here while we're waiting.
And I need to put
Oh,
a
I got a
stone brick in
golden
there.
sword from somewhere.
That may have been the
Yeah, I'm going to drop
guy
the
you
arrows
killed.
in there. There we go.
Right, let me just put this down and then I'll come and sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
And then I
Okay.
can grab something to drink.
There we go. I need to move those stairs too. They are too far. Do we want nether brick stairs in here? Or do you want... these are...
Oh, I think we want nether brick because then they match these over here. These shelves.
Yes.
So it might look nice with nether brick. So you get your nether brick stairs and I got my my spruce wood railings.
Upstairs, which is fine.
Well, I might change my mind, as I said, when we finally get a roof on.
It's all right.
Oh, there was something I had to... Oh, right. All right. I have to test this out because I got a... from someone.
Oh, yeah.
I think...
What were they saying?
Was that David Taylor? I think it was. Wow, it's hard to keep track of people's names sometimes. And who suggested what? How do you make a cauldron?
You need iron and you need to draw a U shape in your crafting bench with iron.
Oh, do we have it?
Do we have enough iron? We had. I don't know what I've done with it.
Oh, but we used a lot of iron last time. I don't remember what for.
We used a lot of iron.
So, we need to go and do some mining soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to do this. Yeah, that's a cauldron. Yep. And there we go, because I do listen when people suggest stuff. Okay, did I put one
And what did he suggest you use it for? Troughs in your...
Yeah.
I bet he suggested you use it for troughs with your animals.
Yeah, and that I should use it to give them water, for instance.
Exactly. So now, whatever you do, Yanni, don't put it next to the fence because that's the natural place.
They can,
that's... Oh,
they can jump out
place.
or jump in.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like I always have a bucket of water and then I leave it somewhere and then I can't find it again. I have like this. We have loads of buckets of milk. Okay, can I drink the milk? Just because I'm lazy? Oh, I can. Does the milk actually give you anything if you drink it? Apart from if you're poisoned or something?
No.
Okay.
It's only useful for stopping poison.
Well, we're gonna try this out because... No, it's because he had noticed that I seem to like animal welfare.
Ah.
So he was like, you can do that, or put a nice tree or something. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's a good idea. But my pens in general, or our pens, are nowhere near done. Like, they actually do have a lake in here, so these guys don't necessarily need it. But that's something if I had made my sheep pens bigger, I might have given them a water trough, but they're kind of small, stuff like that. You can't put it next to the pens like you said, so it might be a little small. Have it like in the middle, but yeah, let's just try this. See, then we can put this here, and then you can... Oh, look at that! What? Nice. And then if you actually wanted, you could actually also dig down and make a water trough in the ground if you wanted that instead.
Did you put water in it? Looks great, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Indeed it does. I wish there was a lower version.
A what?
A lower version that was half as high, because it looks kind of tall.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you dig it into the ground, it looks great. Or, oh no, you can't put a half slab because it won't match.
But this was this was mostly to show people because they already have water. Yeah. It's just to test it out because I asked him if we could put water into it if we placed a cauldron, and he was like, yeah, he thought so. Aha! Because I love showing stuff off like this.
The other thing you could do is to build them a stable and leave them some bales of straw to eat.
Ah, yeah.
Because they might like that.
Would be a good idea
because
too.
At the moment, they're out in the wind and the rain. And bales of straw and a stable always look good. That's good.
Broke another shovel. Let's take this one then. Go.
Can
You're
get
getting
there.
there.
Oh, it's too high.
Are you in the house?
I'm actually meandering around trying to do the roof.
Ah, that's what you're
And
doing.
I'm just finding a corner that wasn't quite looking good enough. So I'm up there sorting out a corner and starting to put the main roof on. And it's going very well. So it's looking quite good.
It's gonna look all snazzy.
Well, we hope so.
It sounds so much better when you say that.
Snazzy.
For me, I have the typical Danish accent, so.
I like your Danish accent. You keep whinging about it, and I like it. But I have a rather unusual English accent,
especially for YouTube, which I love. Yeah. It's just it's really nice because it's something that naturally sets you apart from other channels, even without you having to actually do anything for it or to it, because it's just part of who you are. It's not like you have to put on an act or anything like some people do. When they have a YouTube channel, it's very different how people, do it. Some people are like very much, they have a persona when they're online. Yeah. Of course, we all probably do a little bit because that you kind of have to be, smiling or entertaining or, but it's very different how personal people are on their channels or if they like do a complete act.
Yes.
But you already have this thing that sets you apart because you sound different than most YouTubers, which is awesome. And you have this very dry English or British humor, which I love.
A lot of people don't get it and they think I'm serious. And also, the other thing is you can say the most outrageous things and people just think that you're being dead serious and they don't realize it's your sense of humor.
That is true. It does take some getting used to, if you don't know, then it can be hard to know. If you don't know you as a person, if it's someone you don't know at all and it's the first time you talk to you, I can get it because in the beginning, both when I was talking to you, but also Endo, because she kind of has, she has a more like this perky kind of way of talking, but when she's like making fun, in the beginning, I was like, is she serious or, because you can't hear it. Like often when people say something and they mean it's fun, you can hear it on their voice. But with you guys, no. No, for the most part, no. And it's like,
I have done a lot of training about working with different nationalities. And because I used to work, very much internationally. And it's quite fascinating, the difference between different nationalities.
Oh,
and I think this is where I'm getting adrift with the other Discord group we've just joined. Because they are, I think it's not that they are being rude or difficult because it's not that they're being rude or difficult. It's just that the English are incredibly careful and polite. And when you're dealing with a nationality that don't have that same politeness built in, it gives a very different feeling to a conversation. So, for example, I get on very well with Hell DM, and he is very, very light and very charming. which is amazing because he's Dutch. And in our training, we were told that the English are incredibly polite. If they want the salt, they will say, "Excuse me, would you be so kind as to pass me the salt?" Whereas the Dutch will just say, "Salt." Now, and I read this in a book. There is a wonderful book on what it's like to be Dutch. And a Dutchman sent me the book. And he said this is why we find it difficult to deal with the English. Because they seem to be weirdly polite. And he said the other thing about them is that they don't say no. English people will always say yes, but. And if you hear us saying yes, but, it means, yes, I've heard what you say, but I don't agree with you at all. And that's quite interesting because we're seen as lying too, because it's a very tonal language. So someone says to you, I think we should do X. You can say, that's a great idea.
Do you want to sleep, by the way?
Yeah. Yes. Or you can say, yes, that's a great idea, let's do it. Or you can say, oh, well, that sounds interesting. And it means never in a million years.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the English very well, you can think, well, dang it all, they said they like that idea. Why are they not doing it? Why, I don't understand this. And when I worked with Dutch people, it was really, really funny because I said to a guy, look, could you let me have this information as soon as possible? And a week later, I still hadn't had this information. And I said, what's happened? I haven't had this information. And he said, well, you wanted it as soon as possible. And I said, yes. And he said, well, it's just not been possible. Well, oh. And I said, yeah, right. Slight problem here. In England, if we say, could I have it as soon as possible, it means now.
Yeah.
You will do it now without fail. He said, oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I said, well, don't worry about it. We are going to have to actually work together and we're going to, and we're going to have to learn, what each other's meanings are, not just, the words, but what you mean by certain things. So if you ever if I say to you, yes, but, I'm saying I don't agree with you, Yanni. And if if you're with a Dutch person who seem to be rude, they're not. That's, they're just a different nationality. And I think the issue I'm having is that some of the guys I'm finding, shall we say, a little too plain with me. It's just that they are a different nationality.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that that's the issue I'm having. And it took me quite a time because I work, people are normally so kind to me. It took me quite a time to realize that's probably the issue. We're going to have a very nice loft up here, my dear.
Oh, yeah.
But you and I get on extremely well because you're Danish people, I think, and Norwegians and Swedish people. They've always struck me as being very, very polite.
Oh, we can be.
Yeah.
I see. It seems like in most cases we have a fairly good, people have a fairly good impression of us when we've been out in the world and interacted with other nationalities. So if you're visiting somewhere, of course there are some bad apples, like with all nationalities. But in general, it seems like people generally find us very like, I don't know, accommodating, or I don't know what to like,
helpful. Thoroughly decent people.
Yeah. Of course, that's not always the case, but that's just how it is with people. We're all different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it, you can get some incredibly rude English people, and we're not all polite.
But it is kind of funny, but it's indeed very interesting, this thing with how people say things. And then, of course, there's also the thing that for most nationalities, for the majority of everyone, English isn't our first language, so it's so easy to mess up and say something that you didn't really mean, or you use a word that might have a different meaning than what you think, because I have messed up a couple of times.
Oh, I remember.
For the most part, people just laugh because they know me, because it's... But and they know that I wouldn't say this or that, to someone's face, but sometimes...
I do remember a discussion over one particular word.
Okay, yeah.
That we had to explain to you. It was not really the sort of word that a nice girl like you should be using.
That was hilarious.
That's when you can get it badly wrong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't help when someone like Vapor is around, because...
Oh, no.
But it was funny, and the nice thing is, that people in that group knows me, so they know it's not like, something I would go around and say, without knowing, that it meant what it meant.
I didn't realize that Endo had already explained to you, I think it was Endo, or somebody had already explained to you that this was not an ideal word to use.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I didn't know you very well then, and I thought, shall I tell her or not?
Yeah.
I think I'd better. I remember it was the first time I'd sort of, did I DM, it's on Discord, I talked to you privately, didn't I? And said,
yeah.
Do you realize what this word means that you're using? And you were saying, oh, yes.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, that was right after you joined that group, actually.
Yeah, and I just thought, oh, do I say something? I hope she's not offended. It's all the sort of thing where, again, being English, I'm thinking, well, I hope she's not offended.
Yeah.
A Dutchman would have just come straight out with it and said, you can't use that word, it's rude, stop doing it,
Yeah.
And
that's another thing, because I'm like you in that way. I'm always worried that I say something wrong, or if I've offended someone, or I always think a lot about how I say things, and that's also another reason why most things I write end up being like longer sentences. Yeah. Where other people who write something in 5 words, I try to really think about how I say it. So my sentences are like 4 times as long.
Yeah. Well, you and I are very, very... I can't believe that 2 people who come from different nationalities are so much alike. We're alike in a sort of hoarding tendencies. We're like that. We're both very polite.
Oh, yeah.
Because I try to be polite in writing. It's very easy to get it wrong.
Oh, it's so hard to, because
very
you might say something in one way, and then it gets... When someone else reads it, they get it in a completely way. Because you can't put in your tone of voice, for instance.
No.
Like if you're saying something to be funny, especially, it's so easily misunderstood by someone else.
Yeah.
Because you can't put in, like, when you're saying something, you can, show that it's just being fun by using a different tone of voice. Except when you're British, of course. British people don't do that. They just sound dry and serious all the time.
We do. You're right.
But for the rest of the world, it's like you have a tendency to change your tone of voice, so to kind of show, okay, right now I'm just kidding.
Yes.
So, but you can't do that in writing.
I've got there you are. I'm just going to go and get another axe. There's just 1 or 2 floating bits I want to get down. This is going to make the most beautiful garden, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a gorgeous garden.
Oh, yeah, look at this place.
Yeah. There you are. You see, just a moment thinking, oh, should we just move this? You saying, well, let's flatten this, and we all decide to do something different. And then suddenly we have the most beautiful garden area.
Yeah.
And I think we should use stone walls, not fences. Fences are for agriculture. Stone walls. And we can use high stone walls with arches in them.
And we could put some what are they called, vines or something on them, some places or something.
Oh yes, we have plans.
Ash has plans. Ash always has plans for stuff.
I'm actually thinking, I think we should change the name of this series from Ash Teaches Yanni just to Ashantin and Yanni Play Vanilla Minecraft, because I think you're past the teaching stage.
Oh no, I'm still learning all the time.
No.
Oh yes. Yes, I am. I'm like always learning.
Yeah, but
learning new things and new techniques.
Did you hear that, Yanni? I didn't say no, I said yes, but. And I just heard myself saying yes, but. And it means I disagree with you. I think you're past learning. I think you're absolutely, almost better at this than I am now.
We actually do the same thing in Danish. Though usually we follow up the but with, why we don't agree.
Yes.
But we do say the same thing, yes, but.
So, guys, you're getting an education in different nationalities and how they react if you're listening to this.
Do we want to extend this level that we are on here a little bit towards or do we want to go down one? We could make a step going down from
sunken garden.
Yeah, we could go down one level from the house and bring a stair down and then bring it down one level so it fits with the level of the lake or the pond. Oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah, I must come down. It's just I was reaching these last blocks that are stopping it despawning, and unless I've gone, I hope I haven't started taking another tree down. Oh, too far.
Stuck in the ground.
Story of my life. And a stray chicken. I think we could make a beautiful garden here.
Oh, we can.
Oh, Yanni,
awesome.
I'm going to have to go soon. Could we call a halt here?
Yep.
If you want to carry on and chat and do stuff and, take all these trees down and flatten it and make it, please go ahead. Don't think you have to wait for me. But I am actually, I have to go off for lunch. I'm going to unload into this chest those. Now, do I have anything that you need? I've got some nether brick, and that's about it. The rest of it you've got. That's fine. Okay? So
Yes.
I'm going to say bye-bye, Yanni.
Yeah, bye-bye, and bye-bye, guys.
I've had such a good morning chatting to you.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
yeah, this has been awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye.